at the Johan Cruyff Stadium, which really has a capacity of 6,000. The stadium is normally home to Barcelona's second team and the women's team, and history will be made on Sunday as the Johan Cruyff Stadium is becoming the ground with the lowest capacity to ever host a La Liga encounter. Barcelona must put any distractions aside, though, as Hansi Flick's side look to return to winning ways following the disappointment of the 1-1 draw with Rayo Vallecano last time out. So the reigning champions won their opening two fixtures of the season against Mallorca and Levante, scoring 6 times in the process, but they were given a scare against the latter, having to come from 2 goals behind, whilst Flick's side were far from their best against Rayo. 7 points from 3 matches has left them 4th in the table, 2 points behind the leaders Real Madrid, who did have the opportunity to put a 5-point advantage ahead of them. Barcelona's attention will switch to the Champions League in midweek as the Catalan side are due to begin their league phase away to Newcastle United. Valencia, meanwhile, opened their La Liga campaign with a 1-1 draw against Real Sociedad before suffering a 1-0 defeat to Osasuna in their second match of the season. Los Che put in an excellent performance in their last match, beating Getafe 3-0 at Mestalla, and a respectable total of 4 points from 3 matches has left them 9th in the division. Carlos Corberan's side finished 12th in La Liga last season, so there is room for improvement this season, and a busy summer transfer window saw them bring in 8 players in total. Valencia have only managed to win 15 of their previous 230 matches against Barcelona in all competitions, and they have lost each of their last 4, conceding 18 times in that process. Barcelona did beat Valencia 7-1 in the corresponding game between the two sides last season, as Los Che have not managed to overcome the Catalan giants away from home in Bundesliga's top flight. So both sets of players are out. It is a history-making game here. We'll quickly run you through the 2 lineups for the two sides. So in goal for Barcelona is João Garcia. The back 4 will see Jules Koundé, Eric Garcia, Pau Cubarsí and Gerard Martin. Pedri, Marc Casado and Fermin Lopez will play across the midfield, whilst Rooney, Bardghji and Marcus Rashford will play either side of Ferran Torres. In goal for Valencia, it is Julian Agrazabala. The back 5 sees Dimitri Fouquet and José Luis Gaya playing as the 2 wing-backs, with Mukhtar Dicabi, Cesar Tarrega and José Capete in the centre of defence. Diego Lopez and Javier Guerrero will be alongside Baptiste Santamaranchich, whilst Hugo Juro and Onat Danjuma will be leading the line. So both sets of players have lined up in the centre circle. They are having a minute's silence, so we will pay our respects here with a minute's silence. So the minute silence has been conducted, and we are underway in this game between Barcelona and Valencia. Highly anticipated contest, and it is Barcelona in their traditional blue and red stripes with blue socks and blue shorts, whilst Valencia are in an all-white away strip. So it is Valencia with a throw on that far side. Dimitri Vulker, who is going to take the throw for Carlos Corberan's side. He knocks it forward and it's touched down by Arnaut Danjuma. Danjuma's able to bring it down, and then he's cropped by the midfielder Mark Casado, just catching him, and it's a little wry smile from Casado, who I think knew he made the challenge there. So it's a free kick for Valencia. Ball is played back. It's nice play by them as they knock it forward, but it's headed away by Eric Garcia. Garcia has headed it down the line, and now Barcelona can move the ball back into the centre of defence, where it will come to Eric Garcia and Pau Kabasi. So playing in the centre of defence for Barcelona. It's out to the right side where Vermin Lopez is. Lopez trying to compete for it, but he's tackled, and then the ball goes forward. It's out to the left side where Marcus Rashford will play inside to Lopez. It's a good strong challenge that goes in by Cesar Tarrega. Tarrega just knocking it out for a throw. And it's a throw for Barcelona. Barcelona, who can move the ball now out to the left side. Comes into the centre of defence with Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia will play a forward ball into Fermin Lopez. And the ball will be shifted back out to the left side. It comes into a central area now for Valencia. Valencia can shift it out to the right side where Dimitri Vulker is, the Guadeloupean international. We'll send it down the line, but Barcelona able to play an offside trap and just catch the attacking midfield Baptiste Santamarit off in an offside position. Hansi Flick just patrolling around on the edge of his managerial dugout. Barcelona will play it into a forward area. Now it comes to Marcus Rashford down the left side. He's able to get a shot away. He just fires it past the post of Julian Agrazabala, and it's a really nice play by Pedri. He forced the forward ball, and then it was Rashford who left-footed shot off, but it was a wild effort really, and went into the couple of thousand fans behind the goals. Of course, this stadium is typically used for the second team and the women's team. It's the Camp Nou Stadium, the new Camp Nou Stadium. He is not ready just yet, so Julian Agrazabala, who's going to send the ball forward all the way up towards Arnaut Danjuma, brought down by Pedri. Pedri will go back to the goalkeeper, João Garcia. Here is João Garcia will knock it forward. It goes out to the right side. Jules Koundé was able to play it in behind, and it's Ferran Torres. Held his line well, got a shot away. Blocked off well by Jose Copete. Really nice direct run by Ferran Lopez. It's going to be a corner here for Barcelona. Rooney Bardghji has made his way over to take the corner. Just 19 years of age is Bardghji, during this summer. So it's a ball that goes in. It's a really good ball. It's attacked by Koundé, and it's saved by the goalkeeper, but it comes out to Rashford. And in the end, it's a wild effort on the edge of the box by the Englishman, the on-loan Manchester United forward, Marcus Rashford. It was a really impressive save. Or was it a poor finish by Jules Koundé? It came to him at the far post. He attacked it, and he just hit it straight at the goalkeeper. He's in all orange. And it's still a good save by Julian Agrazabala. And then the ball fell out to Marcus Rashford, who hit a wild effort on the edge of the box wide of the post. So Aguirre-Zabala can go short to Dimitri Fulker, then it will go back to Aguirre-Zabala, and he will send it forward. It's headed by Koundé. Koundé to Eric Garcia. Garcia all the way back to the goalkeeper, Jean Garcia. Here at left fullback is Gerard Martin. Martin inside ball to Marc Casado. Casado will shift it across to the right side where Jules Koundé is. It's Rooney Bardghji. During this summer, just a 2.2 million deal from Copenhagen. So currently broken into the Swedish national team. He's did play for Sweden under 21s in the qualifiers, but they didn't eventually qualify for the competition. Last year he only made 5 appearances for Copenhagen, 2 starts, so really was a gamble by Barcelona, but they clearly saw something in him to invest in him, and they were hoping to use him for the future, but they were able to call upon Lamine Yamal today. Long ball goes forward towards Hugo Juro, tries to bring it down, but he just runs into Pau Kabasi. And it's Marc Casado with it. Casado out to the left side. It comes back into Kabasi. And the ball off them is Marc Casado. Jules Koundé with the ball in this right full-back position for Barcelona. 7 minutes on the clock here. Ball is played forward. It's picked up well, and it's going to be a shot from distance. It's not a bad strike, but it comes off a Valencia defender, and then racing through was Baptiste Santamatic. I thought he was bundled over, but I think it was fairly won by Eric Garcia. There was a little bit of a push, but I think the referee will have probably explained that it was a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge rather than anything more sinister. Going down the left side now is Rashford, taking it to the byline. Rashford able to check, and then a cross comes in. It's blocked off by Diego Lopez. Barcelona still attacking with Fermin Lopez, but then there's a judge to have fouled Dimitri Fulker, and it's a free kick for Valencia inside their own 18-yard box. Just caught the back of Fulker's foot, maybe gone down a little bit too easy, but you can certainly see why it's being given. But it was nice play by Rashford down the left side and checking. Just a long ball out to the left side. It's forward, and now Barcelona can try and hit them on the counter-attack. It comes forward towards Ferran Lopez. Lopez won't chase him, but then tackle goes in. And it's Torres. Torres back to Lopez. Good play at the moment between Barcelona. It's inside to number 8, Pedri. Pedri with it. Back to Marc Casado. Casado out to the right side to Rooney Bardghji. Bardghji with it. He's seen Jules Koundé taking on the overlap, but it comes back to Eric Garcia. And Eric Garcia will find Pedri. Pedri with it, forward ball, but he ends up losing it as he tried to send it down the left side towards Marcus Rashford. Cut out well by Fulker, which sends a long ball forward towards Hugo Juro, but he's not going to chase that one. He's moving on to attempt to. It's Barcelona with it. It's Rashford. Rashford to the left fullback, Gerard Martin. Knock it back to Marc Casado. Casado to a number 17, and He will knock it forward. It's Ferran Lopez who gets there. He dinks it over the goalkeeper. He puts it in the back of the net, and the Barcelona supporters stand up to celebrate, but we've been told that it's going to be delayed celebrations because the assistant referee has risen his flag. I'll tell you what, looking at the replay at the screens in front of us, I think Ferran Lopez is kept on side by the left wing back Jose Luis Gaya, who of course is the Valencia captain. And Ferran Lopez certainly have been disappointed. So it's a goal kick to be taken by Julian Aguirrezabala. He knocks it forward. He goes out to the right side and all the way out for a goal kick. Carlos Corberan is out of his touchline. He'll be disappointed with the couple of opportunities that his side have conceded. He will, of course, be aware that Barcelona do have superior quality, but he knows that if there's anyone in this game who can make a side well organised and make them tough to beat, well, it is Carlos Corberan. This Valencia side have made a decent start to the season. They've only conceded 2 in the first 3 games. They drew 1-1 with Real Sociedad. They lost 1-0 to Osasuna, which they were down to 10 men from the 22nd minute because Gaya got sent off, and then it's a fantastic win as they beat Getafe 3-0 in their last game. They are going to have to do some really good defensive work to keep Barcelona at arm's length here. As Rashford comes forward, it's a cross that goes in. That shows the attacking intent of a Hansi Flick side, because Jules Koundé was the furthest one forward there, and he was challenging the goalkeeper Julian Aguirrezabala for the ball. He's got the ball in his hands. He'll release it forward. We've got Giroud trying to link up with Baptiste Santamaria. Santamaria able to move it out to the right side with Diego Lopez, and he's blocked off well by Pedri, who has got the armband today. Pedri, big show of faith in the 22-year-old. Well, quite a lot of people would suspect has come through the Barcelona youth system, like quite a lot of the starters today, where actually he was signed from Las Palmas as Pedri in 2019, 6 years ago. He was 16 years old. Some would say that he came through the system, but Las Palmas would argue that they created the best midfielders of the current day. Of course, player has played 33 times for his national side at just 22 years of age. Here's Eric Garcia. Ball shifted out to the right side with Jules Koundé. Koundé will move it to number 17, Marc Casado. Casado to Rashford, and Rashford is just dragged down, but the referee will play a really good advantage, and he's actually going to bring it back. It's good refereeing, because he didn't get an advantage, did Barcelona. It's Rashford who was dragged down to the ground. So a big tug on him. And Barcelona shifting the ball out to the right side with Jules Koundé. Here is Fermin Lopez. There's a 1-2 with Koundé. Comes out to Bardghji on this right side. Bardghji can move it on to his left foot. And then the ball's going to be set up for Rooney Bardghji, who's received it again from Marc Casado and got his shot away. He's tested the goalkeeper Julian Aguirrezabala. It's the second shot on target of the game already for Hansi Flick's side, but it's a good save actually. A lot of credit has to go to the goalkeeper. Diving to his right side with Julian Aguirrezabala, and it's a smart stop by him. This ball goes forward for Arnaud Danjuma to chase, but Jean Garcia is out of his goal and he's able to deal with it. One ball that comes forward, but it's picked off well by Dimitri Foulquier. But now Barcelona can come forward with Rashford. Rashford out to the left side. Shot goes in by Fermin Lopez. Stings the hands of Aguirrezabala this time. He's been a busy man inside the first quarter of an hour here. He's been kept busy by the potency of the Barcelona side. Struck really well, that one, as it came forward. Barcelona already having 7 shots, averaging a shot every other minute in this game. So he was a man that previously played for Manchester City. Had a loan spell out with Girona just a couple of years ago, but has now solidified himself inside the Barcelona squad. Eric Garcia is making his 4th start of the season. Here is Koundé with it. He'll switch out to the left side. It's Gerard Martin who heads it inside, but it's a heavy head that goes in, and now coming forward is Dimitri Foulquier, and that's a really good challenge, just coming across by the 18-year-old Pau Kabasi. Coming across and knocking the ball out. So the camera pans to the substitute bench, where you've got a lot of big-time starters for Barcelona resting on the substitute bench. I wonder whether that's because Hansi Flick has got one eye on the Champions League. They play Newcastle United in midweek on Wednesday night, to be exact. The likes of Gerard Martin, who's only played 12 minutes of action before today, is featuring Lewandowski on the bench. There's quite a lot of shock that he wasn't named in the starting lineup. It's goalkeeper Agrazabalo sends a forward ball. It's brought down well by the midfielder Diego Lopez and shifted out to the right side with Dimitri Foulquier. It's going to be a cross in, dealt well with by Eric Garcia, who's able to boot the ball away. Good play. It's going to be a throw for Valencia, yet to have a shot in this game. So Dimitri Foulquier, who's taking the throw, send it down the line, but it's a poor touch by Hugo Giro, and Barcelona can move it back to the goalkeeper Jean Garcia, who's been trusted as the starter this campaign. The number 1 goalkeeper. Be interesting to see if he's the number 1 goalkeeper in the Champions League competition as well. Gerard Martin played inside for Marc Casado. Casado to the right centre-back, Eric Garcia. Here is Eric Garcia with it. Just going to go 1-2 with Pau Kabasi. Jules Koundé, every Barcelona outfield player in the Valencia half, as it's Jose Capet who's able to just step in and clear the ball away. Garcia will go and collect it and get hold of it. Comes inside. No opportunity for Barcelona. It's Ferran Torres who's able to get a shot away, but he can only hit it at Mukhtar Diakbata and didn't really get the ideal connection on the shot, did Ferran Torres. The ball runs all the way through now to Jean Garcia, who can release it and send it out to the left centre-back, Pau Kabasi. And Barcelona going to send the ball in behind. Marcus Rashford stretching the Valencia defence, but the assistant referee has quite quickly raised his flag to indicate that he has gone a little bit too early. So again, it is a correct decision. So it's going to be a free kick to be taken by Julian Agrazabala, who is currently on loan from Athletic Bilbao. He's joined this summer as the 24-year-old, who is the number 1 here. Started the game of the season for Valencia and has made a good start to this game as the Spaniard. So it's Fermin Lopez, who's dropped deep to get on the ball. Send it out to the left side. Gerard Martinez will give it to Rashford, then it'll come back to Mark Casado. Casado with it. Onto the right side now with Jules Koundé, who's chasing his big touch, and Valencia are able to try and break forward, but Barcelona now comes to Rashford. It's cleared away by Mukhtar Diakabi. It comes to a Barcelona defender. Every time Valencia cleared the ball away, it comes to a Barcelona defender. They will try and send the ball in behind, but it's Cesar Tarrego who's able to clear it away, and they'll be hoping now that Diego Lopez can give them a little bit of an option on the counter-attack, as he's racing forward, and it's Pedri who gets in and makes a good challenge. Good opportunity for him today with the captain's armband. Many people said that he is a future captain of the club. This ball came towards Javier Guerrera. He's brought down by Mark Casado. Questions over whether it was a cynical challenge. The referee has waved away because he was chosen not to go to his cards on that occasion. Out to the left side now with Marcus Rashford. It's Rashford against Diakabi. Diakabi makes a tackle. Now it's Gerard Martin with it. We're playing inside ball towards Rashford, but Valencia can block it off, and the ball will come forward towards Hugo Juro. Juro will try and link up with Diego Lopez, but once again credit has to go to Barcelona in the way that they have defended that attack then. Back with Koundé once again. I'm going to say this quite a lot. Every single Barcelona player in the Valencia half. The ball does go forward, but it's going to be seen through to the goalkeeper, Julian Aguirrezabala. And he will pick it up. He's only got 8 seconds on the ball, does the goalkeeper. He's going to drop it. He's challenged by Ferran Torres. Sends the ball forward. And it's flicked on, and it's flicked all the way through to the goalkeeper, João Garcia. And here is Barcelona, Mark Casado. Up to the right side with Jules Koundé. Koundé to Rudy Bardgui. Bardgui with it. And try to play it inside to Mark Casado, who took a heavy touch or tried to force the ball forward. It's ran all the way through to Julian Aguirrezabala. So it's certainly comfortable for him. And he's going to boot the ball away, all the way forward towards the attacker, Hugo Juro. Try and bring it down, but once again it comes to a Barcelona defender. And this time it's going to be Fermin Lopez. Will send it out to the left side. Lopez to Pedri. And it's Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia out to the right side with Jules Koundé. Koundé get forward towards Casado, who once again just a little bit of a heavy touch, and it's cleared away by a Valencia persuasion on that occasion. So Gerard Martin, who's got Rashford hanging out on the touchline. Rashford decided against taking on the fullback, Dimitri Fulquier, who used to play in England with Watford. Comes inside to Mark Casado. Once again he gives the ball away. He's struggling out there at the moment, is Casado. He's not had the greatest of games, I think that's fair to say. It's a good opportunity for him to impress today. It's a throw to be taken by Fulquier, and comes to Baptiste Santa Maria. Blocked off well by Fermin Lopez on that occasion. Fulquier, who will send the ball forward. Comes to Santa Maria. He thinks he's fouled, but play will go on. Gets back up onto his feet rather quickly. I'm sure he got the death stare from Carlos Corberán. He stayed on the floor, and Barcelona went on to attack and score. The ball comes back to Pau Cabasi. Cabasi will play a 1-2 with Fermin Lopez. Lopez with it. Long ball forward and then booted away by Mukhtar Diarkabi, and now it's Marcus Rashford going down the left side. Cross goes in as he played it to Ferran Torres, but realistically you want Ferran Torres in the middle between the posts, and overhit a cross in them. This game hasn't really gone down well with the Barcelona supporters, because as mentioned, only 6,000 allowed in the stadium, so it's been a real competitive battle to get hold of a ticket for this game, which, as I say, hasn't gone down well in Catalan, because of course they are one of the biggest clubs in world football. They don't really want to limit it to just 6,000 fans. Of course, well, less than that, because they have to give an allocation to Valencia supporters. Not sure what they're giving. It looks like there's about 500 supporters or so inside the stadium from a Valencia persuasion. As they're on the ball now, it's Fulquier with it. We'll knock it back to Copete, and Copete will go back to Aguirre, and he will send a long ball forward, but Jules Koundé will attack it. It's a good header. And on out, Danjuma will go back to Jose Copete. There's Julian Aguirre. It'll be a long ball forward. It'll be cleared away. Move it away, and stepping forward with it now is Baptiste Santa Maria. Santa Maria will send it down the right channel. 1-2. In fact, with Diego Lopez. Apparently Lopez has gone early, and we're just experiencing the assistant referee flagging quite early. There's been a couple of occasions where it's looked really, really tight, and I say they held the flag and they go on to score. May have seen a slightly different situation. Of course, it's such a difficult job being an assistant referee, but they have seemingly been quick with the flag, in my opinion anyway. Barcelona, who can move the ball to the left side. There's an opportunity here. In behind is Fermin Lopez, and he has slotted it into the far bottom corner, and it is Barcelona who take a lead here in the 29th minute. It's one of the many players that has come through the youth system, one of the many youngsters in this squad that could technically qualify to play for their under-23s, because it is the 22-year-old Fermin Lopez in behind, just on the left half space, past the Valencia defence, inside the 18-yard box. No chance for Julian Aguirre. It's a brilliant finish. It's brilliant link-up play by his forward, Ferran Torres, as well, who just flicked it for Fermin Lopez. And it's a really, really good finish. We spoke about how this was such a big opportunity for the likes of Fermin Lopez, with quite a lot of the big hitters rested, with perhaps one eye on the midweek game against Newcastle United. And well, he has impressed there. An excellent finish by Fermin Lopez. And it's Barcelona who lead 1-0 here against Valencia. So it's going to be a throw for Dimitri Fulquier. Fulquier will send it down the line, and Hugo Juro is able to hold it up, and then it's Pau Cabasi who's had to step in and knock it out for a corner. So it's going to be the first corner opportunity for Valencia here. Usually sending their set pieces right in front of the goalkeeper towards the 6-yard box to be exact. So delivery to come in by Arnaut Danjuma, but it's headed away by Kabasi. Seems to have hurt his head in the process. Back out to the right side, it's Fermin Lopez. Lopez trying to take on Danjuma. He wins it back, played inside to Baptiste Santamaria. It's Danjuma trying to take on Gerard Martin. It somehow falls towards Diego Lopez inside the 18-yard box, and it's a last-ditch challenge that goes in by Eric Garcia. It's going to be another corner for Valencia on this occasion. Good play there. Seemed to hit his head, Gerard Martin, and he headed that ball away. So it's going to be the second corner of the game for Valencia. Ball to come in. It's headed away to the edge of the box. Cross will go in once again across the 18-yard box it goes, but it's cleared away on this far side, and it's Valencia on the ball again, who are going to hook it forward, headed away by the central midfielder. And then Ferran Torres will try and bring it down. Does he bring it down? He does. And in fact, he's actually fouled by the number 8, Javier Guerrera. He's pleading his innocence to the referee, saying he barely touched him. I'll say there's an element of truth in that. It was actually Dimitri Foulquier who was the one that caught him, but it was Guerrero who was pleading his innocence on his behalf. So Barcelona back with it. Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia can come to the right fullback, Jules Koundé. Koundé played inside. Opportunity now for them on the attack. Now racing forward. Comes to Ferran Torres, about 20 yards out. Send it back for Marc Casado. It is Pedri. Pedri to the left side to Marcus Rashford. Back to Eric Garcia. Jules Koundé. Koundé with it. Forward ball. Fermin Lopez, who is going to challenge with Arnaut Danjuma, and this clips the heel of Danjuma, and the assistant referee on this near side quickly raises the flag. And yeah, correct decision. Maybe going down a little bit dramatically, shall we say, Danjuma, but yeah, foul. Sometimes you don't go down, you don't win those sort of free kicks, so you've got to play the games at times. And it goes forward towards Hugo Duero, a man that's joined from Getafe in a $3 million deal. Back to the goalkeeper, Jean Garcia, is able to clear it to Rashford, and now Fermin Lopez will send it in behind for Ferran Torres. It can take a heavy touch. Cesar Tarrega, who gets there, is able to knock it out for a corner. Good defending by him. It's going to be a corner for Barcelona. Marcus Rashford making his way over and set the corner up. It's packed out 18-yard box. Rashford to deliver, sends it in, the goalkeeper comes for it, and that is good goalkeeping. Quickly runs out to the edge of his box and assesses where he can throw it to, and he sends it to his left centre-back, Jose Capeta. Of course, they're playing a back five today, or Valencia, 5-3-2. It was a pretty disciplined and defensive performance. Now, ball comes into a midfield area. It's shifted out to the left side where the left wing-back Gaia is going chasing. Of course, Gaia Amanda is a club legend around these areas. I think that is one way of putting it. He has played for Valencia throughout his whole career, 30 years of age. He's a Spanish international, making 20 appearances for the national team, and he now captains them, but did get sent off in their second game of the season against Osasuna. The ball was clipped out to Danjuma, the former Tottenham Hotspur forward, but he was caught in an offside position. 35 minutes on the clock here. It's Barcelona 1, Valencia 0. Here's Pau Kabasi. Kabasi with it. Get inside. Comes out to the right channel with Koundé. Barcelona just going to retain the ball on this occasion. And goes back out to Koundé, will go chasing for it, and it's Jose Capeta gets across, good defending by him. He's able to just boot it out. Ball will go back now. Back into a midfield area. And comes to Marcus Rashford now, who's dropped in deep to get on it. The left winger, almost playing in a left full-back position. Not too much service. Had too many dangerous opportunities, other than that one that he sent widely into the supporters behind the goal. So, there's Barcelona, Javier Guerrero with it. Guerrero will knock it back. Comes back inside and out to the left side now. Here is Rashford. Was he caught? Potentially. No, I think he may have just slipped because he didn't complain. Dimitri Foucault is able to come away with the ball. It was Rashford inside the box who just got past him and then just fell. It looked like maybe he had his ankle clipped, but I think maybe he just slipped. So it's back with Rashford now. He's looking to make amends. Rashford going down to the byline, and it's a really good challenge by Cesar Torrega there. Torrega just knocking it out of play and out for a corner. It's good defending by him, so it's going to be a corner. Third corner of the game now for Barcelona. Marcus Rashford, who has made his way over there again. Cross comes in. It's Ferran Torres who flicks on at the near post and then sent back in, and it's chested out of play for a corner. It's again by Cesar Torrega. Interesting to see if they take a different type of set piece now. Corner goes in. It's headed away. Out to the left side. So cross in and back out. It's going to be a shot from distance, and it's flicked on by a Valencia defender. Once again, it's going to be a corner. Just came out to Ferran Torres, and he thought, why not? I'm going to have an attempt from distance here. And Mukhtar Diakabi got his head to it, and this time it's Rooney Bardghji who's made his way over. Javier Guerrero will send it to the left side. Here is Rashford. Rashford to Fermin Lopez. He's tempted to be cleared away by Danjuma, but it only comes to the captain, Pedri. Tries to stretch it out to the left side to find number 24, Eric Garcia, but he's unable to bring it down. Out for a goal kick for Valencia. So goalkeeper in all orange will put it down on this occasion. Lamine Yamal watching in the stands today. It's going to be a goal kick to be taken by Julian Agrazabala. Agrazabala will send the long ball forward, all the way up towards the striker Hugo Giroud. Kabasi, back to Jean Garcia. Garcia will clip it to the right channel where Jules Koundé is. Koundé with it. Comes inside to Marc Casado. Casado will go back to the left centre back, then inside to Fermin Lopez. Lopez will find Torres, and Torres is caught on this occasion, and yep, we're going to get our first yellow card of the game. And it goes to Dr. Diakabi. A 28-year-old, just a little late. I think it's a bit of a harsh one. Just trods on the foot of Ferran Torres, and he's in a little bit of pain, but it's a little harsh with Diakabi, who's the central defender for Valencia, an integral figure of this team, and he's only a fraction late. I would prefer, I think, the referee to keep his cards in his pocket on that occasion, but I am not the referee. It's not my specialised subject either. Sometimes I just feel they can be a little bit too quick, as it's Dimitri Fulquier's turn to commit the foul. Barcelona will get on with it quickly. Out to the right side, it's going to be an attempt from distance by Ferran Torres. It's a shot from distance, and it deflects off a... I thought it deflected off a central defender, but apparently not. Apparently it's just a wild effort by Torres, who received the ball from Pau Kabasi. It was a good way, and Torres was the man that got the assist for Fermin Lopez's strike. It was a excellent strike, an excellent worked move, in fact, as it was Kabasi who played it into Torres, and then Torres just with a little death flick in behind, and then Lopez was opened up from on the left side and buried it into the bottom corner on that occasion. Now on the left side it is Arnaut Danjuma. Danjuma with it, goes back to the central defender, Jose Capete. Capete will knock it back to the goalkeeper, Edgar Zabala. Zabala will a long ball forward, and stepping across is the Barcelona left full-back, Gerard Martin. Yet to have a shot in this game are Valencia. Barcelona have had 11. 3 on target in that time. Of course, this is the 4th game of the season for them. They beat Mallorca 3-0 on the opening day of the season. They had to come back from 2-0 down against Levante to win that game 3-2. It was a late own goal, and Pedri and Ferran Torres who scored the other goals in that game. It was a remarkable comeback, and then in their last game they drew 1-1 with Real Vallecona. The Mal scored from the spot in that game, but they were pegged back, and most people who watched the game actually said that Real Vallecona were perhaps unfortunate. As it stands, this Barcelona result would put them 2 points behind Real Madrid, who have won all 4 of their games so far. They beat Real Sociedad yesterday 2-1, despite having 10 men for an hour. Barcelona coming forward with the ball now. About to find out how much additional time we have got left to play as we just enter the additional time period. I don't think there'll probably be more than 1 minute, to be honest. There hasn't really been any stoppages in this game, of course, other than the singular goal. It's Barcelona with it. The ball will go back into the centre of defence. It's Eric Garcia, but he takes a heavy touch Now there's an opportunity on the counter-attack, and it's a ball played across by Hugo Giroud. It's really good defending by Pau Kabasi. He's able to just change the weight of his body to clear the ball away. Now an opportunity for Barcelona going forward. Not actually been told yet how much additional time we've got left to play. And the ball has actually been booted out now because Santa Maria is down with an injury, holding his back. He was just nudged ever so slightly by Fermin Lopez. We were told we had one additional minute. And there's actually going to be a yellow card for one of the coaches and the Valencia backroom staff. I'll find confirmation of who that is, but he has picked up a booking. And we are at half-time now. Barcelona 1, Valencia 0. It has been pretty controlled play by Barcelona without them really ever kicking out of second gear. But it is Fermin Lopez's strike that is the difference at the moment. Barcelona 1, Valencia 0. Leading 1-0. Fermin Lopez with the goal that provides the difference at the moment. Valencia yet to have a shot in the first half, as Barcelona really asserted their dominance on the game. So I'll just run you through the two teams which start the second half here. So for Barcelona, in goal for them is their new number 1, Jean Garcia. Right fullback, it is Jules Koundé. The two central defenders are Paul Kabasi and Eric Garcia. Gerard Martin is playing as the left fullback. The captain is Pedri, who's alongside Marc Casado. Fermin Lopez and Marcus Rashford are joined alongside the half-time substitute of Rafinha, who's playing behind Ferran Torres. So it was Rooney Bardghji who came off at half-time. He got his debut for Barcelona, 45 minutes in the tank, and he's come off for Rafinha. For Valencia, it's the same team that played the first half and worked so hard. In goal is Julian Agrizabala. The back five sees Cesar Tarrega, Mukhtar Diakhaby and Jose Capete playing in the centre of defence, with Jose Luis Gueja and Dimitri Fulker playing as the two wing-backs. It is Baptiste Santi-Miraya, Javier Guerrera and Diego Lopez playing across the midfield, with Hugo Juro and Arnaud Danjuma leading the line for Valencia. On the sub-bench for Hansi Flick's side, his two sub-goalkeepers are Diego Cocken and Wojciech Szczesny. They're joined alongside Ronald Orejo, Andreas Christensen, Jofre Torrents, Tony Fernandez, Marc Bernal, Danny Olmo and the legendary striker Robin Lewandowski. On the sub-bench for Carlos Corberan's side, the sub-goalkeeper is Stol Dimitrievski. There's also Eric Comert, Thierry Correa, Jesus Vasquez, Filip Jurgunic, Andre Almeida, Largi Ramazani, Lucas Beltran, Pepe Luwu, Luis Rioja, David Artorbi and Danny Raba. As a long ball goes up here by the Valencia goalkeeper. There's Agrizabala. And it's all the way through to Koundé, who can just head it back into the hands of Jean Garcia. And the ball is played across. Barcelona are on the attack now. It's Fermin Lopez who will leave it for Ferran Torres. Torres is played in, and somehow he has missed the opportunity to give Barcelona a 2-goal deficit here. This ball was played across by Rashford. Really nice play by Fermin Lopez, who was the goal scorer for the first goal. Ferran Torres was the provider, and it nearly switched on that occasion. But it is Ferran Torres who has just smacked it against the post, and he was unable to give his side a 2-goal lead here and pull Valencia to a 2-goal deficit. Barcelona on the attack again. It's Rafinha, but he takes a heavy touch and will run through to the goalkeeper. And he's played short. It goes to Cesar Tarrega. There is Dimitri Fulker, who will knock it forward. Here's Barcelona. As it comes to Fermin Lopez. Marc Casado with it. He'll send it out to the right side. Centre of the park, it's Pedri. Pedri finds Marcus Rashford. Rashford's able to come inside the 18-yard box, but it's Gueja who's able to clear it away, and it's out for a Barcelona throw. It's played forward by number 16, Fermin Lopez, who's just moved it forward, and it was left full-back Gerard Martin who went chasing for it, but seen out of play by Cesar Tarrega for a goal kick, which means Julian Agrizabala will take it. Or will be played forward, headed in the air by the Barcelona central defender Pau Cabasa then cleared away, but it's a wild clearance, not a great clearance. Now opportunity for Valencia breaking forward, but the ball was just knocked forward and into the hands of Jean Garcia, and in fact I think they've gone a little bit too early anyway, had the forward player Hugo Juro. It's Barcelona who will get on with it quickly. Goes to the central defender, back out to the centre-back, forward ball, cut out well by Mukhtar Diakabi. Diakabi gets a cross and good strong challenge that goes in, able to boot it away. Pedri looks a little sore, just maybe being caught in the gut in an earlier challenge, so he's just bent down, looks like he was just winded, nothing serious. A throw will be taken by Gerard Martin. And back to Jean Garcia. Jean Garcia with it. To Gerard Martin. Martin with a forward ball into Ferran Torres. Torres to Pedri. Now Jules Koundé step forward with it. Koundé out to the right side. It's Rafinha. Rafinha who gets to try and play it inside, but played away by Jose Capete. Capete with it. Barcelona pick it after it. It's Koundé, and they will knock it forward. And now it comes to Rafinha. Rafinha to the left fullback, and then Gerard Martin, who can play it forward into Ferran Torres, able to spin and turn and get a shot away. It's not a clean strike, and Valencia are able to come away with it. Try and come forward themselves now. Ball goes back to the goalkeeper, Jean Garcia. Garcia will out to the left side to Pau Cabasi. Now it comes centrally into the central midfielder. Now it's Barcelona. Barcelona with it. Jules Koundé. Goes out to the left side with Gerard Martin. Gerard Martin to Rashford. Rashford will send it across. It is attacked at the far post. And it's the Brazilian Rafinha who has given Barcelona a 2-goal lead now. The half-time substitute, providing and proving a worthy difference maker in this second half. It's a decent ball in by Rashford. It's caused a bit of confusion for the Valencia defence. The centre defenders didn't know whether to clear it away or whether to leave it for Julian Aguirrezabala. And then eventually it was Rafinha who just attacked it from just a couple of yards out. It's a rather simple goal for him in the end. It's not the cleanest of finishes. I think it may have come off his shin. But the man who picked up the captain's armband as he came on in the half-time interval has given Barcelona a 2-goal lead here. It's the 50 million man Rafinha who has put Barcelona in a commanding 2-goal lead against Valencia. And he celebrates in front of the 5,000 plus Barcelona supporters, and that is his second goal of the campaign for Rafinha. And, well, you fear it's going to be a long night for Valencia now, who 55 minutes on the clock. Let's be frank, they've not had a shot in the game. Yes, Steve, been pretty resolute and defended well at times and shown really good attitude and application. They have not had a shot, and we are 55 minutes into the game, so it's going to be a big task for them to get back into it. The ball is just ran out by Javier Guerrera. Took a heavy touch of the 22-year-old. Thought he kept the ball in. So Rafinha came on at half-time for Rooney Bardghji. on the end of a Marcus Rashford cross there. A deep delivery in, which was attacked at the far post. It's Barcelona with it. It comes into a central position. Opportunity now. It's a shot from distance, and that is quite the outstanding strike. And it's Fermin Lopez. Take a bow. We said in the build-up to this game how it was such a big opportunity for those youngsters who are playing today, with Hansi Flick appearing to rest players for the Champions League game in midweek. And Fermin Lopez has taken his opportunity as the ball has come to him about 20 yards out. He has just smashed it into the bottom corner, and Barcelona now, if at 2-0 was a commanding lead, well, this is a dominant lead now, and that is a great strike. Questions maybe need to be asked of the goalkeeper Agrazabala, because in second look, still a good strike, but he's got a good palm on the ball, and he's actually helped it on his way. He's taken no deflection, he's got a clear side to the ball, and Agrazabala, who's got a decent hand on the ball, has just helped it on his way. But it's still, let's not take anything away from the strike for Fermin Lopez, who, let's be honest, should probably have an assist on his record as well. He'll be disappointed that Ferran Torres, shall I say, didn't take his opportunity when it fell to him. But Fermin Lopez here with 2 goals. And here's a man who is starting his second La Liga game of the season. And he is really wanting to solidify himself into Hansi Flick's plans for the season. He played a little bit of a bit part role last year, did the Spaniard. He's also someone that will of course want to break into the Spanish national side and impress Luis de la Fuente with the World Cup coming up this summer in 2026. And these are the exact sort of games that Fermin Lopez needs to impress the team manager. That is what he is doing. There has just been a substitute in the break, a triple substitute in fact. So we have seen Arnaud Danjuma, who will be frustrated that he's just not been able to get in the game at all, has the Dutchman. He has come off, and coming on for him, it's a man that you might know for our English listeners, on loan from Leeds United, of course, won the championship last year with Leeds United. Largi Ramazani is on. That's a like for like change. The other substitute saw Javier Guerrera coming off. Coming on for him was number 23, Filip Jugunic, who is 26 years old. He's played 32 minutes of action before today. He signed from Swedish side this summer, Young Boys, and a 3.5 million deal. He is a Swiss international, made his debut in 2023, so he's come on Gunaric for Guerrera. That's another like-for-like change. And then the other substitute saw Diego Lopez, who of course politely had a point to prove today, considering he came through the Barcelona youth system before he was sold as a young lad to Valencia. And coming on for him is Luis Rijoa, who was signed from Deportivo Alaves in a 1.2 million deal. He is an experienced player, 31 years of age, so a triple substitute from Carlos Corberán, who's probably recognising that this game has gotten away from his Valencia outfit, who were well renowned for their defensive resources. He came in and did a really good job last year, did the former West Bromwich Albion manager Carlos Corberán. Made them tough to beat, but he'll be disappointed with some of the goals they've conceded today. But coming forward is number 17, Largi Ramazani, racing forward then. He just tried to take a touch round Eric Garcia, and Garcia on the cover was able to touch it through to his goalkeeper, Carlos Corberán. Of course, manager who is a Spaniard but had to look elsewhere for opportunities. He started his career in Cyprus with Dr. Katakopias. Didn't have the greatest of records, but he did something to impress fellow Cypriot side as he moved to Hermes Aratabiadu before he moved to England to coach the Leeds United under-21s. It was there that came highly recommended from Marcelo Bielsa, where he went to manage Huddersfield Town. He led them to a Championship playoff final where they eventually lost to Nottingham Forest, but he had an excellent record with Huddersfield. It was that work that actually impressed the Nottingham Forest owner, Evangelos Marinakis, who is also the Olympiakos owner. But it was a short spell for him, just 11 games, before he then moved to the Championship once again, that time with West Bromwich Albion, where he was much loved at the Hawthorns. And his good work there earned him a move to Valencia, where he's had a good spell so far. He joined in December of 2024, 27 games he's had so far, 12 wins, 1.63 points per game, which, of course, at the time when Corberan came in, Valencia were rooted in the relegation zone, so he did a really good job. But it's Barcelona coming forward now. Ball is shifted across by Ferran Torres. He gives it to Rashford. Rashford with the shot, it's cleared off the line, and then eventually the assistant referee will raise his flag and indicate that even if Marcus Rashford had scored a goal for Barcelona there, he'd gone a little earlier, though. Looking at the replay again, it would have been interesting to see what the semi-automated offside would have said of that one, because it was pretty tight between him and Mukhtar Diarkabi. You wouldn't think there was just 6,000 supporters in the stands here. Good atmosphere inside the ground, plenty of noise. Ball gets sent forward. Touchdown by number 22, Baptiste Santamaria, who's the only player that's able to keep his spot in that midfield. He's just committed a foul and he's not happy with the referee at all. A loose arm just went into the face of Pedri. He went down holding his face. It's a little sore, I believe. It's Barcelona with it. Barcelona can move it back to Jules Koundé. Here is Barcelona, it's Fermin Lopez. Lopez will send it out to the left side. Marcus Rashford. Rashford will try and take an inside touch. It's booted away. And Fouquier got in and was just able to knock it off Rashford and out for a throw. Ball goes back to the right centre-back, Cesar Tarrega. Tarrega will boot it away and then it'll go out of play. There's just going to be a stoppage here because there's going to be a substitute, and it's going to be Thierry Correa who is coming on, number 12 for Valencia. Coming off for him is the central defender who is on the yellow card, the only player on the yellow card in the game, Mukhtar Diarkabi. He's naturally a fullback, is Thierry Correa. He signed from Sporting Lisbon in an 11 million deal. Really solidified a spot under Carlos Corberan. And it's Mukhtar Diarkabi who has gone off. We've got 25 minutes remaining here. It's Barcelona 3, Valencia 0. Pedri back. It's Eric Garcia, forward ball. See out to the left side. Goes back to Paul Kabasi. Back to the goalkeeper. It's Jean Garcia who will send it to the right side to Eric Garcia. Back to the goalkeeper in all green, Pau Gabasi. Barcelona are able to play their way out of trouble. And the ball was sent over by number 17, Marc Casado. Tried to give it to Jules Koundé, but didn't find his pass. He's really struggled today, actually, Marc Casado, I would say. And some of his more simple passes. We can see that Robin Lewandowski is getting prepared to come on here for Barcelona. So one ball goes forward. It's into a central area. Eamon Lopez on the turn will hook a ball forward, brought down well by Rafinha. That is an absolute unbelievable goal by the Barcelona captain Rafinha, who puts Barcelona 4 goals in front now. He's come on at half time and he really has changed the game for the better for Hansi Flick's side. And it's Rafinha now with a 4th. It's a brace for him. He goes over and celebrates with the substitutes. And the man who came on at half-time picked up the captain's armband, has scored. The Valencia players will complain to the referee because they think that there was a foul in there. Rafinha will pick up the congratulations from his fellow players. It's a long ball forward. He touched it down well. And then on the half volley, was it? It was on the half volley. He hits it into the ground past Julian Aguirre-Zabala before he can dive. Barcelona 4 goals up now. And it has been a pretty nightmare game for the Valencia legend, the captain Jose Luis Gaya, because he was at fault for that goal again. He didn't really follow the flight of the ball. He collided into Jose Capete. Barcelona 4-0 up now. And there has been a double substitute from Barcelona in the stoppage. So off going is Ferran Torres. No goal for him today, but still a decent performance leading the line. Didn't miss a really good opportunity, did Ferran Torres. And coming on for him, it's a like-for-like change because the 37-year-old Robert Lewandowski, who's played just 26 minutes of La Liga action, he's going to get a further 23 minutes here. He is on, and the other substitute is seeing Marcus Rashford, of course, who's on loan from Manchester United. He's come off, and the Spaniard Dani Olmo is on the pitch now. Barcelona looking to bring some of their more regular starters or their bigger names onto the pitch. What has been a real dominating game from a Barcelona perspective. We now lead 4 goals to 0. There's Fermin Lopez in the 29th minute. Opened the scoring before Rafinha, who came on at half-time, scored in the 53rd minute, should I say. Just 3 minutes after that, it was Lopez again. And then just 10 minutes after that, it was the Brazilian Rafinha, both of them on a brace. Both still on the pitch. And now it's the captain Rafinha inside the box, moves it onto his left foot, and that is not so good of a finish by the Brazilian on that occasion. Be disappointed with his end product there. But the Valencia supporters certainly seem a little bit frustrated. It's going to be a goal kick to be taken by Julian Aguirre-Zabala. We're going to go long on this occasion as we've got 20 minutes left. So now coming forward down the right side, it is Thierry Carrère, and he crosses it in. Blocked off by Pau Gabasi, goes out, but the assistant referee raises his flag because Largi Ramazani interfered with play by going for the ball, and he was in an offside position. So it's Barcelona who will go short. Goes to Jules Koundé. Koundé to the left centre back. Al-Kabasi plays it forward. Heavy ball, and one opportunity for Barcelona. Was hung up, touchdown, shooting opportunity, and that is the first shot of the game. 71 minutes on the clock. Valencia with the first shot of the game, and it's Luis Rijoa, 31-year-old. First shot on target as well. Barcelona in that process have had 17 shots, 8 on target. They'll be happy that they've got at least one, Valencia, because they wouldn't have wanted to come away from the game with no shots. That would have been pretty embarrassing. But Barcelona are going to try and make this game a little bit more embarrassing for the Valencia supporters. It's Rafinha, plays it forward, but cleared away by Cesar Tarrega. Ball shifted out to the right side, controlled on the chest by Thierry Carrera. Thierry Carrera, and play just stopped as the ball went out of play, and it was Fermin Lopez who was stretching the leg of Gerard Martin, because Gerard Martin pulled up with an injury, but play continued. All the officials saying they didn't spot it. So whilst Fermin Lopez was stretching the leg of Gerard Martin, because the referee didn't spot it, Thierry Carrera quickly threw the ball back in, and Valencia nearly took advantage of Barcelona just having 9 men. I think the official on the pitch has apologised, saying that he didn't spot it. Fair enough. Ball out to the right side. It's now coming forward is Dani Olmo. Olmo just takes a really poor touch and is able to be seen through to João Garcia. Hansi Flick is preparing another substitute. Confirmation of who that is coming on, but it is the man that had the armband in the first half, Pedri. Pedri will give it to Dani Olmo. Here is Jules Koundé. Out to the left side. %73% of the ball for Barcelona so far. Jules Koundé with it on that right side. Back out to the left side. Gerard Martin, but he takes it's a poor pass really in truth. For now it is number 3, Jose Capete. Move it to Cesar Tarrega, will move it forward. Now out to the left side. Fermin Lopez will just about keep it in play. Here is Fermin Lopez looking to take on the fullback for Valencia. Gets a shot away. It's a good save by the goalkeeper. Play continues. Koundé will find Rafinha. Opportunity for a hat-trick, but he's unable to get the ball out of his feet. Here is Cesar Tarrega, who was just chucking, I was going to say multiple legs, couple of legs at Rafinha, and Rafinha was unable to turn his brace into a hat-trick. It's a decent stop by the goalkeeper. That was the 9th shot on target for Barcelona. And we are going to get a substitute here. Coming off is the left fullback, Gerard Martin. He only played 12 minutes of action before today in the league. Coming on for him, number 26, another youngster, Joffre Torrents. Torrents, once again, is another player that has come through the acclaimed La Masia system here. Did play 22 minutes in their game against Mallorca, did Torrents. There's Spaniard, and they just churn through so many good youngsters, and this is now a really good opportunity for the 18-year-old to impress here. going to get a quarter of an hour to impress his manager, Hansi Flick, who perhaps has one eye on the midweek encounter against Newcastle United. Ball goes back, it's Paul Kabasi will clip it to Jules Koundé. And they will knock it forward. There is Dani Olmo. Olmo will find Lewandowski, and Lewandowski's able to touch it down. He hits it off the underside of the crossbar, and Barcelona now lead 5-0 in this game. It's the legendary striker Robert Lewandowski with his first La Liga goal of the season. He is recovering from a lengthy injury, is Robert Lewandowski. And the man that joined from Bayern Munich in a 38 million deal, just 10 minutes after Rafinha got the fourth, he's got the fifth here. It is truly been a convincing victory from Barcelona, this. Robert Lewandowski just lifting the ball up, clipping it off the underside of the crossbar, and Barcelona lead 5-0. And a lot of credit needs to go to that man, Robert Lewandowski. Well done. The Polish international. There has been a substitute in the stoppage in play for Valencia. Carlos Corberán will just be looking to mix it up now. Confirmation of who that was. It is Hugo Giroud who has come off for Valencia. It's been a really frustrating game for him. No fault of his own, but just been no service for the striker. Ball has just not come up to him. He's had nothing to feed off. So coming on for him is a like-for-like change. It is number 15, Lucas Beltran. Lucas Beltran, who is 24 years of age. Joined on deadline day on loan from Fiorentina. Fiorentina, who paid 10 million for him 2 years ago from River Plate, Argentinian side. He did start 21 games in Serie A last year for Fiorentina, got 5 goals, 4 assists. The 5'9" striker, but he has come on loan. And the Argentinian went on against Barcelona here for his debut, but it may be difficult for Lucas Beltran to get into the game with how the game is played so far. It's Fermin Lopez who finds Dani Olmo. Goes back to Lopez. Now shoots an opportunity for Pedri, but it's a wayward effort and way past the post for him. He'll be disappointed with his end product, but he's still applauded by the Barcelona supporters. Fermin Lopez. 2 excellent goals to give Barcelona a commanding lead in this game. He has really played well today, has Fermin Lopez. Covered a lot of ground, worked really hard. Now, opportunity for Valencia. It's Lorgi Ramazani breaking into the 18-yard box, able to get a shot away, but comfortable for João Garcia as we enter the final 10 minutes. Barcelona now. Coming forward, it is Pedri. And I should probably remind you that this game was supposed to be played as the opening game at the new Camp Nou Stadium. The date has been pushed back, so this fixture is taking place at the Johan Cruyff Stadium, which only has a capacity of 6,000. The stadium is normally home to Barcelona's second and women's team. This is the ground that is hosting a La Liga game with the lowest capacity. History makers, probably for the wrong reasons for Barcelona, who are unable to get their new stadium ready in time. They certainly have been able to return to winning ways following the disappointment of the 1-1 draw with Real Vallecano last time out. There's going to be another substitute here for Barcelona. This time it's a standing ovation for the man that led them in the first half. Pedri led them as the captain. He's coming off, and now it's an opportunity for once again another man that has come through the youth system at La Masia, Marc Bernal, who is 18 years of age. He did start 3 games last season. This is his first appearance of this season, but he started 3 games against Valencia, Athletic Bilbao and Real Vallecano in La Liga last season. And he is a central midfielder. Here's the Spaniard, and he is on, and just like Jofre Torrents, good opportunity for Marc Bernal to impress here. Fermin Lopez making his way off, so he's going to get about 10 plus minutes. The long ball goes forward. Rafinha will chase it. It's the captain, Jose Luis Gay, who's going to clear it away. Who's had a difficult evening here for Valencia. The atmosphere inside this 6,000 stadium has still been electric. Fans are in full voice. Barcelona have shown so much quality here with a youthful lineup. Questions were raised when the lineups were announced, but they really have impressed Hansi Flick. So ball inside for Marc Casado. Try and lock it in behind for Robert Lewandowski, who will play it forward, but it is seen through to the goalkeeper. Ball goes back to the goalkeeper, Julian Aguirrezabala, who will knock it forward. It's brought down by the attacker, Lucas Beltran. And the ball is played across. Thierry Correa, who tried to find Largi Ramazani, but once again the goalkeeper Jean Garcia is out, and he has had a rather simple game tonight as Garcia. Barcelona, who are able to move the ball out to the right side with Rafinha. Rafinha will come back, and it will come to Marc Casado. Now it comes to Marc Bernal. Bernal will give it to Torrents, who will to this left side. It's number 10 with the ball, Torrents, and goes back to Jules Koundé. Koundé forward ball into Rafinha, who's got his back to goal. Will just knock it back first time to Eric Garcia. Koundé will try and play it forward, blocked off, and now opportunity for Valencia, racing forward. It's going to be a free kick for Valencia inside their own half, shifted out to the left side. Jules Koundé. Koundé to Rafinha. Rafinha with it. Knock it forward and just come to the left-sided attacker for Barcelona. Dani Olmo will go chasing, and I think just about Dimitri Fulquier. He's able to play a 1-2 with his goalkeeper. Julian Aguirrezabala are able to deal with it. Do eventually lose it. Marc Bernal will play a 1-2 with Jofre Torrents. Torrents with it. It's knocked forward, and it's in behind is Dani Olmo, and it's dinked over the goalkeeper, and Barcelona think they have gone 6 goals ahead now. Does look like Robert Lewandowski perhaps has gone a little bit too early. The assistant referee's risen his flag, so he's denied the goal. Lewandowski was played in behind. Of course, VAR and the semi-automated offside will check it. The referee will bring in the 2 captains, Rafinha and Jose Luis Gaya, to check it. I think potentially the Valencia left full-back's playing him on. As I say, it's being checked. Has Robert Lewandowski got a second goal here for Hansi Flick's side? Potentially he has. Of course, it's being checked, and it has been confirmed a goal. Robert Lewandowski has put Barcelona 6 goals up here. It has been nothing short of an embarrassing defensive performance from Carlos Corberan's side, who have conceded 6 goals to Barcelona, who have been at their fluid attacking best, and that is, well, that has just been too simple for Robert Lewandowski. Just found himself in behind the Valencia defence, and it is Jose Luis Gaya who was playing him on. Really bad positioning from him. Lewandowski just dinked it over the head of the goalkeeper, and Barcelona now lead 6 goals to 0. Utter domination here on this Sunday evening game, and it's a big smile by Robert Lewandowski, who has scored here in the 86th minute. In fact, they've scored in the 56th, 66th, 76th and 86th minute. I don't think this game is going to be played on to the 96th minute for them to get a 7th, but I'm sure Hansi Flick and the Barcelona players may be quite keen to try and find a way to get a 7th. They are in full control here. It has been a statement performance. Fluid, ruthless and absolutely unforgiving in front of goal. The fans are in party mood here, waving their flags, singing loud. This certainly does feel like a vintage Barca tonight. Lewandowski has torn Valencia apart ever since he's come on. So has Rafinha. He's been everywhere, linking the play brilliantly. For Valencia, you could see what their plan was, but it has been, well, it's turned out to be a brutal evening. Carlos Corberan's side, who came here with a plan to frustrate, to stay compact. But once the first goal went in, they simply just could not live with the pace and precision of Barcelona's attack. Even the experienced heads at the back, Gaya, Diacobi, have been pulled apart time and time again. And now for Valencia, as we enter the final stages, it's surely just about pride, avoiding further damage, at least showing a little bit of resistance. For Barcelona, I'm sure Hansi Flick's message will just be to enjoy the moment, conserve a little bit of energy. This is all about sending a clear message to the rest of La Liga, showing that they are back, that they potentially mean business. 6 goals up now. Here is Barcelona. Fermin Lopez finds Lewandowski. Lewandowski will link up with Dani Olmo, but he loses it on the edge of the box. Now it is Valencia are able to clear it away. We're coming towards the dying stages of the game. We'll find out how much additional time we've got left to play. As we do enter the 90-minute mark now. Just 2 additional minutes which will be played out. Sure, perhaps there will be a lot more added time if this game wasn't so far apart, but I think the officials just showing a little bit of leniency to the opposition, or should I say Valencia, of course, no, not the opposition, to the officials, who can't be blamed for the scoreline here. Ball goes back to the goalkeeper. It's a long ball forward by Zabala. It is played out to the left side. Opportunity here for Valencia. Racing forward. Yeah, it's going to be crossed in. It's a good delivery in. It comes out to the far side. Then going to come to Dimitri Fulker. Fulker with it will try and dink it in, and it's cleared out, and it's going to be a corner as we enter the final minute of additional time here. Pau Capasi, who's had a good game, just got there and blocked it away. So ball going to be crossed in. All the way across, it's headed away. Valencia might look to try and get their 3rd shot of the game. It's crossed in again. Blocked off well this time by Marc Bernal. This will surely be the last chance of the game for Valencia as the corner comes in. It amounts to nothing. And it's Barcelona who come away with a 6-0 win. 3 braces shared around. Fermin Lopez with the first brace, Rafinha with the second, Robert Lewandowski with the third. It finishes Barcelona 6,